Hey, it's me. Hi, it's me, Jeremy again. Welcome back to my, I think, 10th or ninth video. I'm speaking about cars I like, cars I couldn't afford back in the days when I was like 16, 18, 20, those type of years. Things like E46 M3s, RS4s, all the dream stuff one couldn't quite afford. And now these kind of cars are a bit more realistic, at least to me. The old ones, especially the ones with the real engines, the naturally aspirated ones, the ones with less tech and real dials. And today I'm going to look at the BMW E39 M5, one of my favorite shapes of BMWs. The whole era to me is just nice. The E46 obviously is an all-time classic. I did have a look at it in the previous video, which got a mad 25 views or something. Oh well, at least 25 people looked at it. I can't decide which car I like. I mean, that blue is nice, and I like those wheels. And black to me is always an evergreen. I just can't live with silver like that. It's just really dull. Yeah, leave it in the comments if you like that silver, because I want to speak to you. But it's still a nice car, especially when it's not molested. This is the M bumper, whereas this is the M bumper, but it's modified, and same for the lights. The angel lights are weren't around for that model here. The M bumper's got this little protruding thing at the bottom, in that era at least, and I think even the modern ones, you can see some of that is way more exaggerated. What I also like about those cars is that they are a bit more understated. If you look at it, it looks like a decent car. It doesn't look too screamy. Like the modern RS6 is an amazing looking car, but it turns heads all the time, which sometimes I personally don't want all the time, and this is very understated. It sounds nice. It's a V8, it ticks all those boxes, got a real dial, it's just a nice car. The only problem is I live in London right now, and for the people who don't know the UK or the Europe or anything like that, we've got the so-called ULEZ, ultra low emission zone, and certain cars are not allowed in it and have to pay £15 or £12.50 or something like that every day for moving the car, which equates to like £250-300 a month or something extra just for moving a car like that. Sadly, the E39 M5 falls into that category. So it's not a good family car for London. If I lived outside of London, 100% I would buy one off straight away, or an RS4. So yeah, obviously I'm deciding obviously between an Audi RS4, like the B7 one, the manual one, the one and only manual one. This in manual, well, that's basically two realistic contenders, because the C63 is also an amazing car, which I had a look at the other day, but it's automatic only. But that engine obviously just is the killer, like 6.3 litre V8, just an amazing engine. This is a 4.9 V8. Anyways, I looked up two videos quickly so we can have a quick look. Let's just have a look at that one first. I don't think it's a standard exhaust on that one. I'll just keep that in mind. He has the traction control light off, because I've driven those cars, I know what this are, and he's got the engine management light on. Could either be two possibilities. Number one is he straight piped the car and therefore there's no lambda sensor, the car complains, or there's something wrong with it. And yeah, speaking about head units, I've got these two videos. The one you seen a glimpse of, that's the head unit back in the days, 15 years ago. I really didn't want, because it was quite unsexy in the days to have a tape deck, when every Toyota Yaris and Toyota Corolla and Ford Fiesta and all that came like with a CD player. The Germans just were sticking to tape decks unless you paid extra to get this unit. Both are completely outdated. Like, this obviously looks nicer than this, but nowadays I don't care, whatever. I just want the real dials and the manual gearbox. The rest, to me, whatever. Yeah, but I'm not a fan of retrofitting some Bluetooth Android Auto thing. Yes, which is an option, especially in those cars where it's easy. But I just like, I want the OEM look. I want to feel like I'm in those days, like, a little bit of nostalgia when I jump into those cars. I want to feel like I'm 15 years younger. Not really, I don't want to feel younger. I just want to feel like I'm back in that era a little bit. And so I live with not having Bluetooth and all these things, because I just don't really care that much. If I need a sat-nav, I either put in real sat-nav in, like a TomTom or a Garmin, or just use like my phone attached to the windscreen and plug it into the 12 volt, and that's me. That's all I really want from a car. Like, I don't know, leave in the comments if you are the same. I just think nowadays, it's just I don't know, I just find it all not necessary, all this kind of tech stuff. Yeah, just have a quick... Let's just start with this one. Just have a listen to that lovely, sweet engine sound. I just clicked on something wrong here. Let's just do that again. Here we go. Another little... sorry to bother you. Like, another tidbit is this red light cap frost filter thing. That has been in every BMW since I remember, like the E36s, I think, all the way onwards to the new ones. If you go into a brand new BMW, I don't know about the latest ones, but certainly the F80, it's got that red light thing for the hazards. I don't think it has changed at all. Obviously, another defining factor is you've got these oval-shaped wing mirrors, these oval-shaped mirror on the windscreen mirror. That's an M thing, at least if you don't modify your car. Looks like a Swedish road, judging by that sign. Oh. I mean, guys, this is really nice. You know, like, if you're watching this video with me, you must be into those kind of cars. I don't know if you think that modern cars are more lame, but I do think so. I mean, there's still nice ones out there, but, you know, the fake exhaust sounds and fake engine sounds and BMWs and all that nowadays, I'm just not a big fan. This is just normal engine sound. It's just how it sounds. I think he drives quite well as well, doesn't he? God, this sounds nice. Yeah, nice landscape, very nice landscape. Sweden. You're a beautiful country, Sweden. If there's some Swedish people watching, yeah, you've got a nice country too. I wonder if he's doing the rev matching himself, but I think he's doing that because I don't think the car would do that by itself like that. At least when I drove one, it didn't do it. So you do have to do it manually, which is obviously the whole point, I'm telling you. And yes, I mean, you and I, like, you know, if you're into manual cars like me, you know, people say, oh, automatic is quicker and all that. Yes, objectively speaking, it is. I'm not even denying that, but that's not the point. The point is I want to just drive the car and actually do the gear changes, do it myself. I don't know why, it's just part of driving a car like that. You know, you want to be connected to it. I'm going to be the kind of weird person one day that in 20, 30 years I'm going to have cars like that on the side, because to me that the last real cars. I'm not like totally against electric cars. I'm not one of those people, but I do think that the way it is right now is just not unsustainable. You know, all the software stuff and the touchscreens and the subscriptions and the heavy batteries and all that and the charging times. I don't know. It's not for me. Never say never. For the record, if in 20 years' time, obviously you can only get electric, whatever kind of stuff, I'll probably have something like that realistically, because just what nature dictates or the society dictates. But I will always try to keep something like that alive as much as I can financially do it, basically. Yeah. Because listen to that. You know, if you like cars and if you like engines like that, this is nice. It's a German V8 as well, sounds different to an American one. I need to find out why that is. I think that's something with the engine stuff, details. Let me know if you know what it is. If not, I'll do a video about that. He does take it very smoothly though, doesn't he? I would literally throw it around that corner. Well, that's me. I mean, he's got a passenger there, so... Yeah, maybe the passenger's a bit squeamish, who knows. I'm lucky because my partner, she doesn't really care if she's being thrown around in the car, so that's a good thing, I think. God, this is nice. Lovely. I think it's done something to the steering wheel though. It's got Alcantara leather around it, which I'm not a fan of. I don't know if it's the same for you. I think Alcantara feels and looks really nice when you touch it when it's new, but I don't think it wears well at all, because obviously you get the shiny spots after a while. And obviously my plan is, if I do find a car like that and can afford to run it, I want to keep it. Like, to me, it's a keeper, so I'll need to think about high mileage, how it wears, and I think the OEM steering wheel with the normal leather wears nicer. You know, if that leather's got shiny spots, the normal one's fine. I think that's just wear and tear, but yeah, worn Alcantara, not for me, not for me. So I'll just stop it for this video. Let me just have a look at the second one. This is a change of scene, like I said before, tape deck, which is kind of funky, and the wooden interior, the wooden I don't know what you call that, the wooden stuff, details. Back in the days, again, I wasn't into it because I was for old people, but nowadays I'm fairly and depending on the car, I don't really care anymore. Like, I just want a car. Completely different landscape, looks like the US. Correct me if I'm wrong. Amazing car. The only thing, and this is the normal steering wheel, clearly. It's got the normal leather, which I prefer. But this guy's wearing gloves. Why? I don't know. Like, I think that's just weird. Are you that pretentious, sorry, that you need gloves to drive properly? Maybe there's something I'm completely not aware of, but I just don't understand why you would wear gloves. Well, that sounds like straight piped. It sounds amazing, but I think that will do my head in after a while, realistically. Because I'm trying to find a practical family kind of car, which is fun. This is probably a bit loud for in the morning and when you wake up and go to work. Those gloves, I'm sorry about. I don't know. I like that view with the camera attached to probably to the sunroof. I hate sunroofs, by the way. They're always leaking, give you issues. That's another problem with this era of BMW, is that the wheel arches rust like hell, especially in the UK where it's always wet and salty and all that. Yeah, that's the only problem with rust. It's just, you need to keep on top of it, and that's a lot of money if you have to pay a body shop all the time. He's driving it very, he's taking it very slowly though. It makes more noise than it's worth it. Like, the bends are fairly wide and all that, so I don't know why. I don't know what thrash it around the corner, especially with that speedo which he blurred out conveniently. It's just me being naughty, I suppose. Like this corner, like, you know, you can take it so much quicker. Okay, well, take that bit back. I think he's letting people across the road, but just a nice thing. I'll take that back. This is good, good. good guy. It's always nice to be nice, because people are already pissed off enough when you drive around in a car like that. So if you're nice, it just confuses people, and it's nice to be nice. Not sure about the noise though, it's a bit much for me. It makes more noise than you actually moving to me, like it just looks fairly slow. Amazing landscape though, I love it. It's so different to the first video we looked at. See, like that, a straight line. Why don't you just put the pedal all the way down? Instead, it just slows it down. I don't know. Like, is there something I don't know? I don't know. Yeah, he's slowing down too early. I don't know. I'm not a race driver, but yeah, I've driven enough to know that I probably could take all this much quicker. Like this. Why do you slow down like that? In a car like that. I mean, the landscape is amazing. Maybe he's looking at the landscape. Who knows? He's slowing down all the way. What's he doing? Ah, he wants to accelerate. Anyways, I'll leave it like that. I think that's enough for today. BMW E39 M5 definitely on my list of contenders as well. As it stands right now, it's a C63, an RS4 B7, and an E39 M5. E39 M5 sadly falls out because of ULEZ, or the London charging thing, for people who don't know what ULEZ is. I need to actually double check for the B7 RS4 if that is chargeable or not either, because that would be sad if it were. If it was, then maybe as a family car, 530 or 540i, if you get away with it, an E39, that would be a nice family car, fairly easy to get, and is a lovely car. The only thing I don't like about it, to me, is like the sunroof. I never really use sunroofs, and to me they're just another thing which goes wrong and leaks over time. Apart from that, yeah, amazing car. So yeah, C63, I think that's ULEZ exempt, so I might have to get a 6 litre, which is better for the environment, it seems. But yeah, anyways, I shall speak to you later. Maybe subscribe if you want to see more. Let me know if I should look at other cars and consider them and think about them. I might make a more in-depth video about comparing the cars I looked at so far, try to make a pro-cons list and try to work out how much parts and maintenance costs on them, just to make a better decision. Anyways, I shall speak to you later. See you later. Bye.